Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Schatten im Vatikan, Akt 1, Gier. Ja, wir reden immer noch mit der Schwester.
How long did Cristoforo stay here?
Not long, I'd say. 5 or 6 days. Actually, it was rare to see him around here.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, your friend was a very private person. He wasn't how do I say this, a sociable kind of man.
That doesn't seem like Cristoforo's typical behavior at all. Do you mean he avoided any contact?
Let's just say it was unusual to see him around. As far as I know, he went to his room only once, and he gave back his keys and never went back inside again.
Didn't he come back at night?
Sometimes we saw him coming back, but he spent all night in the library upstairs without entering his room. In fact, his key has always been on the key rack. 2 days ago, I found him sleeping among the books. I offered him coffee, but he refused and left in a hurry.
Did he seem nervous for some reason?
Oh my God, why should he be nervous?
Just curiosity. We've been away from each other for such a long time.
Oh, I wouldn't say he was nervous. He was certainly very busy, always with his head in the clouds and tired. Distracted, yeah. I bet that's the reason he fell down the stairs.
That is definitely not Cristoforo's style. Did you see anyone entering before me a few hours ago by any chance?
I've been alone the whole time. As I was saying, Father Cristoforo wasn't here very often, so I wasn't even sure he was here before the accident.
Okay.
I ran here as soon as I heard you screaming. How long had Cristoforo been in that condition?
Oh, no more than 5 minutes. I went away just for a second. God moves in mysterious ways.
Or maybe someone was waiting for her to leave.
I'm so sorry you couldn't even say hello to him. You're not from here, right? Your accent.
You're right. Cristoforo and I met a long time ago, after seminary. We worked together at the Vatican for a few years. But I'm from Chicago, and I went back there a few years ago to work as a doctor.
Oh, America. Is it true you keep a Bible in every hotel?
Yes, mostly.
Are there so many Catholic hotels?
Actually, the evangelicals hand out Bibles for the hotels.
Evangelicals? Bah, I don't really like their intrusive methods.
Well,
Don't you agree?
partially. But some consider it more intrusive to bind people to religious faith from birth through the sacraments.
Have you got something against the Catholic Church, young man?
It's a long story. And very complicated.
Okay, wir haben ja noch den Grappa.
I don't see why I should show her this object.
Wir wollen ihn nicht zeigen.
Thanks for everything, sister.
Please, come back whenever you want.
Wir wollen ihn ihr schenken. So, Grappa. Grappa für die Schwester.
Why should I offer her a bottle of grappa? I've got nothing else to ask. Why should I? I don't live here. Which one is the key to Cristoforo's room?
It's in that bunch of keys at the top right.
And what do the other keys open?
Nothing that belongs to this place, that's for sure. They've been added by your friend.
She's the nun managing the residence. Judging by the way the sister's trying to hide it, I bet it's not holy water. I don't think the nun would allow me to take it. Those must be the keys Cristoforo left here. Can I take Cristoforo's keys?
Why do you want them?
I'm collecting my friend's personal belongings.
I'm sorry, young man. I know your intentions are good, but every infraction has a price here. After all that's happened today, I don't think they'll just send me back to the lunch hall. This time they'll send me away completely.
I see. Thanks anyway.
So, jetzt versuchen wir es nochmal mit dem Grappa, mit dem Guten.
Oh? And what's this? Grappa? And it seems to be a vintage year. Why are you showing it to me?
You know, it's been a hard day for everyone, and I see you're a bit stressed.
For God's sake, no, I can't take it. I haven't got permission from the Mother Superior.
I noticed that empty bottle clumsily hidden behind you.
Oh, that one? It's not mine.
Didn't you say you were here all alone?
Oh. Okay, fine. But you must understand that this little sin of mine has cost me too much in the past. You know, this is the reason they sent me to work in the lunchroom. But after what I saw today, the body on the floor, the paramedics...
I can be very discreet. Don't you remember?
You're really an angel, young man. Thank you so much.
So, jetzt haben wir eine Errungenschaft gekriegt. Und hoffentlich jetzt auch den Schlüssel.
Can I take Cristoforo's keys?
Well, if you don't tell anybody you gave me this amazing anti-stress medication, I won't say why those keys are missing.
Thank you, sister.
So. Eine Hand wäscht die andere und alle zwei das Gesicht. Und damit sind wir jetzt, glaube ich, durch.
I've got nothing else to ask.
Okay. Dann gehen wir jetzt zu der Wohnung von James. M. James Haus. Wohnung.
Oh, how I miss this city.
So, wir gehen zum Laptop. Suchmaschine. Leprignano.
Ecclesiam Sancti Leonis de Leprignano is written on the back of the small medal. Church of San Leone from Leprignano. According to history, Leone I was the only one who managed to stop the advance of the Huns guided by the powerful Attila. He was the first pope to receive the title of the Great, and the Catholic Church worships him as a saint. Leprignano is the ancient name of the village Capena. The name was changed in 1933.
Leprignano war ein kleines Dorf in der Provinz von Rom mit ca. 9000 Einwohnern und seit 1993 kennt man es unter dem Namen Capena. Der Ort geht auf die zweite Hälfte des 9. Jahrhunderts vor Christus zurück. Obwohl unabhängig, so war er doch stark von der Zivilisation der Etrurier beeinflusst, zumindest bis zur Eroberung durch die Römer im Jahre 395 v. Chr. Die bedeutendsten historischen Attraktionen sind Palazzo dei Monachi, eine altertümliche Abtei, die auf das Hochmittelalter zurückgeht, Torre del Orologio, das seit dem 16. Jahrhundert als Rathaus benutzt wird, und St. Leone Church, eine kleine Kirche, die nicht länger für Gottesdienste verwendet wird. Gut.
The search engine directed me to an old church of Capena dedicated to Saint Leone. That must be the place Cristoforo wanted me to go.
So, jetzt wird ein neuer Ort hinzugefügt. Und wir gehen da auch gleich hin. So, nach Capena.
So this is the famous Church of Capena. I'll ask the keeper if it's possible to take a visit.
As I said before, this church is our pride.
Thanks a lot for accompanying me. It's really beautiful.
So, dann reden wir mal mit ihm.
How long have you been working as a church keeper here?
Practically always.
Wow. You must really love your job.
I was born and grew up here in Capena. The church has always been one of the greatest attractions for tourists. My family owes so much to St. Leone. We've been the church keepers for 4 generations.
I'm really impressed. I love small villages like Capena for their ability to pass down traditions from generation to generation. I suppose you know everything about St. Leone.
There's no rock or crack in this place. I haven't examined thoroughly. This church was built before the current village, and although it's not possible to establish a date, there are documents with evidence that its construction dates back to the 13th century.
800 years. Wow.
Oh no. We estimate the structure on which the church was built was probably a Roman temple.
Yeah, that usually happened with medieval churches.
The name Saint Leone refers to Leone the Great, the 5th century pope who stopped the invasion of Rome carried out by Attila and his Huns.
You are the most knowledgeable keeper I have ever known.
I'm also the guide and the souvenirs clerk. You know, these days, you must have more than one job in order to survive.
More than one job, huh? Can you remember if a priest about my age, with brown hair, Italian, has been here recently?
Let me think.
I hope he has a good memory. It would be of great help right now.
Yes, now that you mention it, I remember that a priest came here no more than a few days ago.
Really? Can you also remember what you talked about? Or what he was interested in?
To tell the truth, he didn't ask many questions. It seemed to me he already knew everything about St. Leone.
So, nothing useful.
Useful? Hardly. I accompanied him here just as I did with you, and when I realized he wasn't going to ask me anything, I left. I figured he preferred to be alone.
Are you sure you didn't notice anything in particular?
No, I told you. Except that he was looking along the lower level of the church while he was praying.
You were really helpful.
If you say so.
Thanks for everything. Goodbye.
Enjoy your visit.
So, dann schauen wir sich hier mal ein bisschen um.
What are you doing?
Please, I need this drape just for a second.
Do you think you can violate a sacred temple this way?
I promise I'll put everything back as it was. I had an idea.
You can't imagine the efforts the community of Capena makes to keep this place intact. If every curious tourist started touching everything, our funding problems would be even worse. So please, don't touch that drape.
So, schauen wir mal, was haben wir im Inventar? Ein Geldbeutel.
I don't like it, but I'm afraid I've got to make an exception. You told me about a problem with funds earlier.
You said it. The church not only needs refurbishment, but often simple maintenance as well. This is not the kind of honor poor St. Leone deserves. By the way, do you know he was pope for over 20 years? He must have had a hard time in 452.
Okay, I understand. Do you accept donations?
Huh? Oh, of course.
You know, I really need to examine some elements of this church more closely.
Are you a bit tight-fisted, mister?
Sorry, but I don't have much money with me right now.
Don't worry. I was just joking. It's so difficult to find someone able to understand and appreciate art today. You can look around as much as you want, but please be careful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I almost forgot. Take this postcard that shows a view of Capena. I have to offer one for each donation. I'm not only the keeper, remember?
I see. And how many more do you still have?
I think I have 3 full boxes in my car.
I thought so.
Better if I move on now. But just to be clear, when I come back, I want to find everything as it is, okay?
Of course. Don't worry.
So Leute, an dieser Stelle mache ich jetzt gleich wieder eine kurze Pause. Ich bedanke mich vielmals fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, ich würde mich natürlich sehr freuen über ein Like. Vergesst nicht zu abonnieren, vergesst nicht zu kommentieren, vergesst nicht die Glocke einzuschalten. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Video. Tschüss!